Welcome to another session of Endless Legend, where I continue my Morgawr playthrough. It is Morgawr, right? Yeah. I always think it's Morgwar for some reason. Morgawr wouldn't have been a bad name, to be honest. I want to keep bullying these little fleets from red, keeping my space, or my sea space clear, and just generally making sure that red never, has too many fleets. Now, I think I want to get this technology highway outpost because our trade routes are pretty good, so improving them quite a lot is probably going to be very effective. Yeah, to be honest, I tried recording this episode and the computer crashed. So I already know that this highway outpost is going to be a great upgrade for us. And I also know that there's a pretty good reward for completing this quest. But spoilers. Anyway, we'll get back to this at some point. Exploited tile. We'll probably get that quest by getting this highway outpost completed. So now, can we get more stockpiles? We can only get industry stockpiles. We could buy out some luxuries, but it doesn't look like they're really great ones for sale. And we have a decent amount active here, so we don't have to worry too much about that, I guess. Yeah, the city, we're trying to get it online faster. We might want to get some stockpiles to do that. Alright, we get by some stockpiles, I mean a stockpile. Strikes far. Go and strike far into the something of industry. We probably want production line in the city. Production line is very solid. Let's just upgrade it. I mean, let's just get the titanium we need to get it. What's really nice about having a dust-based economy is that you can really, build up nicely. Even if you don't get the luxuries and strategics you need in the starting area. So you don't have to worry too much if you don't have the right strategics, etc. Not sure where we're going here. I guess I forgot where I was going there, actually. Is it Dust Eclipse starting soon or something? Nah, it can't be that. Maybe I just forgot about Nah, I have no clue. I remember sending this army in this direction, but then not making much of it. Oh, crap, it's a sea monster. No, wait. Need to escape. Evasive! Okay, we're going to retreat here. Alright, we're going to have to spam that button next turn. We're just going to send this fleet along here on its, I guess, maiden voyage to pick up extra pearls. That wasn't that hard. Yeah, bonus. What is this? Oh, this is Hell for Generation in Own Region Army. Okay. Is that for all owned regions? Oh no, this is just for the army. Yeah. Okay, good. So we're gonna just upgrade this pesticides and then eventually go up for this once we have those things with 0. It's always weird to me how the faction tree has some good things for governors, but also some good things for warriors, and then it just takes so long to unlock them. But if you're going as a warrior, then you're not going to get the other stuff, So it's kind of funky how that works out. So I guess each turn we're picking up an extra borough street. And since there's not much we can queue up there, we're just going to do that. I think I'm really looking forward to this highway outpost. We can pick up more industry stockpiles, but I don't think we need to. We can pick up some Moonleaf. Do we have any Moonleaf boosters active? No. Moonleaf is typically very cheap, but it's very powerful. Like getting 50% bonus science is no joke. So let's pick that up. Can actually pick up another industry. No, never mind. We could have picked up another industry stockpile there. We'll make sure we get this fridge in as many places as possible, though. Fridge is good, because then your stuff doesn't, die off or whatever. I don't know what food does. It's not a food channel. Never mind. Yeah, we get this refrigeration plant here. Move this over there, so we can get all the things we need. We're getting a fridge here as well, and we can get a fridge. Oh, do we need a fridge? We're really getting a fish farm there. Where would I rather have the fridge? On this space or this space? I guess I'd rather get the fridge, yeah. Or get the fridge sooner here. Oh, fridge decisions. Really hard. There's like interior decoration. Okay, we're about to complete the triangle there, improve our port, which is pretty important for industry. We can just bounce down here, bully the ship. Really let Red know who's proverbial boss. Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna do this manually. Never let that run away. All right. We're just picking up these. Oh, I forgot about this figure entirely. Never mind, I didn't. But I do have to tap this, like, frantically. It's really important that we don't lose this army to the. It's our only ground army. We can't lose it to the sea monster. And it looks like the dust eclipse is about to happen. Improving our science in that city, important. So we need to make sure we're close to our temples. One of the temples is here, but then we need to cross the sea again. I guess after picking up this temple, because we're so close to it anyways. Let's keep this army close to this port. We can always defend this port with guns, and that will help us, keep that area secure. Before that, we probably want to pick up another. We probably want to pick up another borough street. Yo. Speaking is hard. That'll be the lesson for this episode. Let's just boost the science industry there. I can boost the industry in our main city as well. I really do want to develop these cities where we have the cultist heroes. They are really important. Even during winter, subterranean gardens, I think. Producing food is quite important for these cities in particular because these heroes give you huge bonuses for each population. Well, huge, it gives you free fed to eat, but like influence per population is pretty big. I mean, yeah, it's almost like an upgrade you pay for. Oh, I'd have to declare war this thing. Damn it. Well, I'll bounce it back. I could attack them though. Should have probably seen that sooner. Alright. Okay, here I haven't built anything. I probably want to improve. Yeah, just build out more borough streets each turn. Can I just get enough? Yeah. Yeah, I just want to get enough so I can get the borough street to turn and build up this triangle here. After that I can focus on food. Now temple runs are nice. They're not as nice at this point. But what we get out of this event is more that we get extra. Or that's a lot of things I have to produce. Is that we get extra movement on our feet. Now these are all excellent upgrades. This is a more general upgrade. It's going to give us 20% bonus science by the end of it, which is more than these upgrades. 20% bonus science and dust. So I guess this is probably the best upgrade. It's kind of the middle of the road one. Here I have a bunch of choices. I can go for these weaponry, or these weapons, to try and get Hyperion based armies. Can improve our armies like this. I can also get an additional cultural indoctrination, so I can get an extra unit type. It seems more valuable on the Morgawr than other factions, because we really do want more different unit types. We have an archer unit and an infantry unit. Maybe we can pick up a cavalry unit. Maybe we can pick up the delvers here. We have choices. We have options, I should say. Alright, let's cross the sea. And run up. We actually want to run to this area. Let's probably go along the sea route. Hopefully I don't get ambushed by the sea monster again. Hopefully I can, prevent that as well. A production line is a good choice here, I think. Yeah. Let's pick that up. Pick up production line. Yeah. I guess we want to power out these upgrades, because bonus trade on the city. Oh, this city doesn't even have the best trade in our empire. Yeah. Here we want to pick up this, and that will finish our triangle, and then bonus trade as well, I think. Yeah. Be nice if there were more stockpile types available more often. But yeah, we'll take what we can get. And here I can fill out the triangle. And get this caravan. And I also want this caravan here. Subterranean Guardians can wait. Subterranean. Yeah. I can also keep building out in this direction here. Alright. I do want to just bully this red fleet. I just need red. I need to contain red a bit because you have to randomly start landing multiple armies on our territory. That would be bad for us, obviously. But also just let red know what's up. And just gaining extra experience on our hero is not bad. Like, bonus defense on our units is pretty strong on an admiral. Because defense is really one of the most important stats. Because it contributes more to your defensive power than extra... what's it called? Than extra health does. Or hit points do. This coastal battery is decent over here, I think, because if fleets arrive over here, we can sort of nick away at them. Damage them a bit before they land up on our shores. Or if they're trying to besiege us. So this is one of the reasons I'm thinking about picking up this artillery ship, is because it has the power to use besieging to siege from a naval position. So if you land, if they have a cargo dock, say here, right? You put your artillery fleet, or put a fleet with the artillery unit here, and then you can use your fleets to besiege their cities, and then you land your armies and just quickly capture it. So that way you can coordinate fleets and ground armies, which is more important for us because we need both. We can't play without just one or the other. Oh, this region is not occupied anymore. That's interesting. Can we just grab these fortresses? I think we can. That'd be good. And without having to declare war on someone is also great. Okay, here, this is our army hero. I'm just going to go up for this reinforcement horn. Because it's a horn. Why not? Rhino mode. We should be able to crush this now. Yeah. Getting extra experience on our units is valuable. And it's for free. The only thing it costs us is diplomatic relations with Red. But screw Red. So, that was awfully harsh. Anyway, I want to just quickly go down and see if I can ninja these fortresses. Because it seems like, for a moment at least, they're not available. Or they're not, or they are available, or they're not captured by the other players. Can we just cheat this out? Maybe that's better. We can get iceworks in this place as well for the winter. And we can start building out even more borough streets. So this is a level 1 district, but building a borough street here will make a level 2. This is a level 2 district. Yeah. Okay. And we can maybe even upgrade our city with another borough street, so that's nice. Do I really need iceworks? Probably not. I can wait till the winter. And there's also other nice stuff we can get, like Abbey of Anomalies. Reduce damage on flying, on support, increase damage on flying. We don't care about that much, probably. Do these winter effects keep stacking, or was it just apply the last winter effect? I'm not sure. If these keep stacking forever, that'll be such a pain in the ass. I wish you could get a movement speed bonus on your sea trade routes as a way of making our fleets in general faster. I definitely desperately want to close in on this location. Especially since this quest requires 6 luxury resources. Yeah, it does. Okay, here they have a bunch of ships in that area. Since they do, we want to link up our fleets. Can we? Any day now. It looks like this might be a good move to make because orange, it looks like it's being chowed by green or dark green. So in that case, orange's holdings in the sea are basically up for grabs. We have to fear retaliation. Pick up this. It looks like these caravanserais they're probably giving us enough dust that we can afford to spend dust on frivolous things like picking up more dust. Subterranean gardens are things I'm going to want in my food cities. By food cities, I mean the cities with these guys, because the cultists, or these people, because the cultists are so good with extra food. The cultist heroes really benefit a lot from this. Let me just check. Do I have this garden? Yeah, I do have a subterranean garden. And also, it just makes them better when they're besieged, although, you know, that's a minor benefit. It's not a huge deal. And here we can just keep moving this. Pick up some extra temples before the time runs up. Temples are not the be-all end-all for us, but they are nice. Can always just pick this up just for the extra sea exploitation. Looks nice. Just like the dust depository looks nice. This all looks nice, actually. So much nice looking stuff. No, we can't pick up a tower. We can pick up a tower there to view this land region, but that's less important. Unfortunately, we didn't get towers like close to the sea, which we really would have liked, because those can help us like keep an eye out on things. Like this tower helps us. It would help us if we had it. This hypothetical tower would help us. Caravanserai is important for picking that up. Yeah. Just as important, I think, is just grabbing these sea holdings from Orange. We need them to complete our quest, I think. Yeah, being able to get 6 luxury resource facilities in Empire. And we can get this dust mine decoupling thing, which... Okay, I can confirm that's good. I'll explain to you why it's good when we get it. Again, having to redo episodes means I have a little bit of foresight here. Signal Core is good. It's something we definitely want no matter what. I'm just going to get the military upgrades here. These upgrades are fine, but less crucial than these military upgrades. This is a good upgrade, 20% defense on units. Something we want before the end of the game if we ever attack someone, but something that is less essential than the other two. Okay, I think I could take this. Yeah, and I think I can afford to declare war. Yeah, sorry. Let's attack. And they have a bunch of fire ships. I think our wars should be better than theirs. I just need this for the quest. If we take some damage on our wars, it's not the end of the world. Let's just make sure to wreck this ship. And our hero can start attacking that, I guess. Oof. I mean, it's good if our hero tanks, but also I didn't expect it to get that aggressive. It looks like these ships are not really doing that much damage. I should have positioned better, by the way. Speaking of which, this war is going to do a ton for us. Yeah, Vors are quite powerful, and we've upgraded them pretty decently. We could get the Leviathans. Leviathans are also cool. But it looks like for the while, we don't need them. And let's think about it this way. Leviathans are excellent, but so are the artillery units, and the artillery units are less replaceable than our armies. So I think I'm going to go for the artillery ships next. If I need to improve our ships. As you can see, our hero ship is still a good ship, so that's great. We've taken some damage on our wars here, but it's not the end of the world. I think this Fomorian Slayer is really coming into effect. I underestimated that skill. I thought initially Fomorian Slayer only worked on neutral faction units, but just works on Fomorian ships in general, which is kind of incredible. It's kind of weird that that upgrade even exists because of how powerful it seems, because like all bonus against all units. It'll be insane on ground units, if you think about it. I'm just going to get more defense for this percentage defensive multiplier. Defensive multipliers are very powerful, and yeah. What's also very powerful is how fast we can move during the ocean. Oh, sorry, during the dust eclipse. Alright. Oh, we can't attack that fortress because we linked up. If we lose a war, we can... yeah, whatever. We can't link up these fleets. We can actually transfer 2 units here. This is the artillery bombardment. And to be able to do it, you need an artillery ship in your fleet. And that artillery ship is this ship. We really need this if we want to ever do sieging of ground fortresses with sea-based armies. But specifically for that, I mean, we don't need it for anything else. Well, actually, having ranged units in your fleets is powerful, and we should think about getting that then. There's also some powerful upgrades we can get with rare armors for our fleets. I believe we can get the Hyperion module, which adds shields to our fleets, which is pretty incredible. So what the shield does is it basically negates the first attack against your fleet, or against your ship, which is incredible. Like, it's like, yeah, you just gain so much tanking power, and you can basically never lose fleets again, basically. And look how much dust we're producing on Empire. That's pretty incredible, actually. Now, I probably should have, speaking of which, I probably should have picked up a settler turn ago. I think I will pick up a settler now on this area. We can't buy it out, apparently. It's pretty expensive. Let's edit this design, give it a better movement upgrade. So, I guess we can settle this region and think if we want to add Delvers to our empire. We can add the Dogeshi though. The assimilation cost is quite substantial now. Although we have enough, so we don't have to worry about it. The thing about Dogeshi is that it will be an extra different kind of unit for us to build our armies around. But the Delver will give us a nice bonus. Maybe we're just going to stick with the Dogeshi. Yeah. Why not? Their bonus is quite powerful. Even if we never get to use it properly. We might want to pick up this extractor at some point. There's so many good stuff we want to get again. Because the problem I keep having with this faction. So once we reach the final tier of technology, or the second last tier, I'm really starting to think about pushing out militarily. Because I think we can actually build some powerful fleets, and more importantly, we can build some powerful ground armies. Or at least I hope we can. And with those ground armies, we can really find a way to slow down other players. This is important for us at the moment. Let's get ready to fight. This should be very easy. As long as we keep the damaged walls away. Yeah, you just toiling position there. Move back and hold position, please. Yeah. You should be able to one-shot the ship. Actually, no, two-shot, never mind. Yeah, the nice thing about the Wars, the acid spray, is that A, it does area damage, and B, it reduces defense on the targets, which is great. Yeah, we have a very powerful fleet here. We've captured this ocean area, which is great. And now we can maneuver our fleet to this side. And I think we'll maneuver this fleet to this side. Yeah. We'll keep our ground army stationed here in case Reds tries something. Not too worried, though. I declare war on them, it still plays their theme. Come on. Come on. We can almost buy out Mithrite because we have so much dust. Our dust production is insane. And Mithrite is important. Like, if we want to get this... For fleets, you need Hyperion. We always need both resource types, by the way. So for fleets, we might want... go back here. We might want Hyperion, for instance. Wait, what was I clicking through? What army unit got damaged? Did this one do it? Well, now we can link up these fleets and they'll be more powerful than they are together than they are alone. Yeah. Yeah, so now we have a big fleet. We can even think about killing the sea monster. How powerful is this? Ideally, we can kill the sea monster without taking damage on our units. It is quite strong, so we have to create 3 minor factions of these totems. Let's check them out. Alright, let's edit. And the totems are these things, which give us 50% attack bonus and damage bonus. So that seems obscenely powerful. As does 50% initiative and damage. As does 30% attack, initiative, and damage. So these seem really good. What is the curse and downside? It's only... Okay, it's 5% life per turn. So that is a downside, but these seem incredible. Like, it seems like our armies will be really powerful. Despite the fact that we're losing life, we're probably just going to chew through the enemy forces. So, Let me just get rare armors and alloys first before I commit to building units. I'm in no rush. Although maybe this quest is so good that I have to prioritize it. I'm not sure what I'll get next. Okay, we can level our hero up again. I guess now we can go for this dust bonus. Getting bonus dust in a good trade city is good. It would be nice if we had a sorry for my dad's DC. It would be nice if we could get a upgrade. Oh, sorry, no, I was thinking, okay, it would be nice if we had a hero who benefited trade, like one of these heroes, but you know, it doesn't really matter at this point. Could make a new settler and just bounce it around here. We probably want to make our settler go into... If we colonize in this region, we have to colonize around here, so we can make use of this port, I think. I really like building around the port. Okay, let's construct here. In case you didn't know, I really like Kapaku. Well, it's kind of obvious, yeah. I probably should have placed it initially here to get more hydrophilic value. Now we want a hero on that city. If we do get a hero, we probably want one of these Kapaku heroes because they benefit us more from volcanic terrain. They get us this. This is pretty substantial upgrade. This is decent. This is pretty good. Yeah, Kapaku heroes are good for volcanic terrain. I'm into it. That might have been a better way to micromanage my heroes though, but whatever. Just bonus pro terrain is very strong. Let's continue buying out these basic things. Especially the happiness things. Alright, that's fine. Now here we continue to pick up these... Oh, we picked up some Imperium, that's nice. That is a valuable resource. So for this dust. Speaking of which, as soon as we get the next tier, we probably want to pick up this bonus to science. 100% bonus on our best science city can be pretty high. Which is that? It's probably this city. Especially if we put everyone in science. Yep. 1,000 science. Not bad, not bad. And we have all of the upgrades. So yeah. We don't have to worry about improving that city a lot. I wouldn't want to make another lookout tower here. This lookout tower looks pretty cool, by the way. It's just like more coral. Let's just prioritize that for a bit more. And here we can put the city's production into more science if we want. That looks like food is... Speaking of which, we can prioritize food here a bit. Yeah. That can be both our food and our science capital. So the reason I want to think about armies at this point is it's a way of interacting with other players. Like if Dark Green is close to winning, we can just crush some of their cities. Spies are also good interaction, but yeah, we can do both actually. As long as we can just find their cities with our spies and then, yeah, drop in there for regular. Get a war here. Do you want to pick up this? I think I want to wait maybe to try and get some siege units. Sorry, siege units on sea. To beat that. We don't actually need to build towers in this region. Or I don't foresee that we have to use it. So. I'm getting so much dust per turn. I believe this economic victory relies on how much dust we built in total. It's probably what we want to go for, in fact. I might even, if I get this, once I get this tier, I might go for the dust one first. Just so I can get the economic victory faster. This is nice. This is nice. So both nice upgrades. Yeah. I don't think the reward for beating the sea monster is that great anyways. We're going to have to prioritize that. But I would like to prioritize the sun myth right here. Getting these high tier upgrades is pretty solid. And we're just going to walk over here. Continue picking up some useful things with this army. I do want to get this artillery ship at some point, but it's not a massive priority. We can just upgrade our wars instead to the final level. The big reason I want Mithrider and Hyperium and Rare Armors is because that's the best way to upgrade your... I think it's the best way to upgrade our ships. Or some of the best ways to upgrade our ships require Hyperium, for instance. Like, there's a force field upgrade, which I'll show you later, which does a ton of work. Because it basically prevents you from taking damage on the first attack you face every turn. Because the AI doesn't focus fire that much. I mean, just preventing one attack per turn is itself valuable. And because the AI doesn't focus fire enough, you're going to prevent a lot more than one attack. So that's an excellent upgrade to pick. And if you have more initiative, you can get even more than that. Speaking of which, let me edit this wall and show you what it means. This is the force field upgrade. It's insane. Each round, the first attack made against this unit deals no damage. That's pretty intense. And here's the red plating I was talking about. So yeah. We could upgrade it like this. I'm just going to wait until I can get the full upgrade for these wars. In the meantime, I don't think upgrading my hero that... I don't know if upgrading my hero actually improves my hero and sea battles. I know that the hero can give boosts to the armies through abilities, so maybe the hero can give boosts to the armies through trinkets. In which case, they'd want some trinkets on this hero. I wonder if we can get this Ghost Force on our army. Yes! Ghost ships! Whoop! That's great. Ghost ships are awesome. Alright, so we have an invisible fleet, which is awesome, I think. Just awesome. Just so cool. We're still going to pick up rare alloys before we tinker with this fleet. In the meantime, we can upgrade this hero. Get some extra industry. Oh wait. Let's check out this hero. Which other hero leveled up? Adam the Seer. Andom the Seer, whatever. Some Seer guy. Yeah. Like I said, Cultist Hero is already great for the endgame. We ran out of Moonleaf, we can go and buy some more. Moonleaf is pretty strong. It's really inexpensive for what it gives you. Which is a ton of extra science. Damn it. Let's just go back and fix that. Fireball Moonleaf. While we're at it, there's not enough Dust. Dustwalker is really great, but there isn't enough for us to get a boost out of it. Dustwater is also really great, but we have to get an extra technology to exploit that. I think I might even want to get that technology before I get any of these. Although those are also really good. Whatever. It takes us a long time to benefit from the Dustwater. So we can expand out. We've gotten this Imperial funding on this city. There is an easy way to check, which is it on the city? No, I don't think so. I should have an Imperial funding on the city. As in, like, I should because it's good. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Okay. Stop counting somewhere. And let's get it like this. Just prioritize getting those buildings in that city. And for this city, we can just pop out a war, I think. Yeah. Once we've picked up this rare alloys, we can improve our ghost fleet. Make it really strong, kill the sea monster, and do other fun stuff. I can just triangulate here, upgrade the city or district. Yeah, we've built too many districts to the point where we're a bit unhappy in this place. But yeah. Once we triangulate a bit, we'll get 2 level 2 districts, which should help a bit. I've gotten a bit greedy with the city layout here. But pretty soon we'll be able to get extra happiness boosts via these upgrades, so that's good. Pretty soon, meaning next turn, we can really upgrade these wars. And buy out one even. Wait. What are the music changes suddenly? Okay, we got the Age of Heroes. Pretty cool. And in this place, wait. Once again, the swarm of modifiers, but like reminders gets in our way. So I can get Imperial in this area. Although maybe I first want to make sure that my fleets are upgraded. Yeah, let me upgrade my fleets first. And think about what I can get. The newspaper is excellent, by the way. In case you didn't know about the newspaper. Although it costs us a lot of mithrite, which we're kind of short on. This scientific specialization is also very good. And so is this, actually. There's so many good upgrades. Yeah, I think improved dust alchemist is something I really want. And our science is not really lagging behind, so we don't have to rush out the science one. Speaking of which, we can get this. But let's first build the optimal fleet. Or the optimal war, I should say. So this does a ton of damage. It reduces our initiative quite substantially. But it has Acid Spray 4, which does a lot of 100% damage in a large area and 40% defense reduction, which is insane. Now, we want bonus move speed like this. We don't have to prioritize picking up... Wait. No, we do want this. We don't have to prioritize picking up the prow if we don't want it. I think the force field is going to be quite good here. It's going to be even better than the Fomorian Slayer, because force field negates one attack each turn. And that basically means that, you know, we can just go ham. We can upgrade a few Vors. The problem is not having enough mithrite here. Let's buy some more. I really want to have a perfect fleet just because I'm a completionist like that, eh? But killing the sea monster is nice. Then we can also just crush all of Green's fleets here if we have a strong fleet, and build some artillery ships and start setting siege to Green. And that way we can put pressure on Green with our superior fleets. At least that's a strategy I sort of envisage working. Yeah. Still get more food here. I'm not that happy here, which is bad, but you know, it happens. Let's level up the war with the most experience, like this one. And also level up this war, and gradually convert this. I don't want to say fleets of sea monsters. Yeah, we've run out of strategics, so... But our fleet is really strong. Or at least half of it is excellent and half of it is pretty good. Try and optimize it over the next couple of turns. In the meantime, we probably want Palladian to be our main army resource, so we can get this improved weapons at some point. I don't want to wait too long with weapons and stuff, but also don't have to rush it. Oh, speaking of which, I have to get these minor factions equipped with these all these excellent totem upgrades. Yeah. So I do actually want to get the units sooner rather than later. And to do that, I'm going to have to get this Marvelous Alloys. I do also want the Science bonus, but maybe not as much as I want the Newspaper bonus. Or this bonus. We want to pick upgrades that cost us a bit less mithrite, because we're a bit choked on that. I guess we can get Marvelous Alloys and we'll get this, and then we'll have more mithrite later in the game. Yeah, we are just a bit choked on mithrite. We're very choked on mithrite, obviously. The question is, do I think I can beat the sea monster here? And the answer is, I think I'll just wait for the wars a bit. So this bonus industry is less important than the bonus science, I think. Although the bonus food production is pretty sick. That much food isn't worth that much of influence. We'd rather get the bonus like this. Now we get the bonus like this, and then I don't know about the attack. No, we can't get the attack bonus, we're not going to bother with that. Although, a bit of industry reduction is not bad. Can we get all the way to here? No. Yeah. Bonus dust on trade routes is pretty substantially awesome. Bonus dust would also be nice, but we don't have enough for that. And bonus science on district is great, and bonus happiness is great. So we really have enough influence production to get some cool stuff going. Keeping this army more on this side so that I can bounce here if red tries anything funny. But I think our aim now is to build up our fleet so we can bully green a bit, pick up some of green's areas. We can't bully green on the ground just yet, but we want to bully them in the sea. Make it a bit harder for them. Just in general. We can get a tower here, but it doesn't actually do much for us. Fish farm does a bit for us though. Fish farm is nice. Fish farm is great. The happiness is a bit down now. I guess because our booster just wore off. Yeah, it's going to take us a while to get that back. We upgraded the war. Our boosters is still not quite up to par, but whatever. This is a war 4. Oops. So can we upgrade this is the question. The answer is no, I guess, because I don't have slightly too little Hyperion. So I have a lot of top tier units and a couple of units which are just okay. And that's fine, I think. If these units die, we can replace them with artillery ships. So let me... No! Oh, come on! I accidentally sent the unit without the fleet. Alright. I think this would be a good way to end the episode, to just fight the sea monster. Let's go for it. Whoa. The AI does not think I have a chance. Maybe that's right. Maybe we should have started the episode like this. This is a war level 4, war level 4, war level 3, war level 3. We want the war level 4s in the front because they are better and they're more likely to tank with their shield ability. Get a hero over there. This is a war level 4 as well. So we want the war level 4s basically to absorb hits because they're good with that. I can just cut down these little from thingies. Yeah, I'm not sure I'm supposed to focus fire. This thing is quite scary, I guess. So as you're about to see... Okay, that missed. I think the AI just over-evaluates or or thinks this thing is actually better than it actually is. So the parts where it didn't do any damage was basically where our force field took effect. So because of the force field, they're actually not doing damage to us, which is great. We're not being able to kill the sea monster, but basically the thing with the sea monster is you have to defeat it completely, otherwise it will just regenerate next turn. So yeah, there's that. I think everything is fine. Like this. We've surrounded a lot of the sea monsters' prongs or whatever they're called. We can attack like this. Yeah, we can attack like this. And the first attack is often going to be deal nothing. Our hero obviously can't get sea modules, so our hero ship might die, but it's not the end of the world. Best employee of the year. You might die, but it's not the end of the world. It looks like we're not even doing that much damage, unfortunately. On our level 3 wars, at least. But we are dealing damage to them while taking relatively little damage. So that's good. And we killed, never mind. We should target that thing, it looks kind of ominous. And a bit disgusting. Yeah, our hero can continue to act as a tank. This hero ship has insane survivability. It's one of the big reasons why Morgawr heroes are actually good admirals, unlike almost every other hero. Where with every other hero, I tried doing it with an Alayu hero once, and the hero was just like garbage. So secretly, this force field is part of the reason why we're taking way less damage in this fight. And coupled with our hero, we have basically unsinkable fleets here. I do want those artillery sea units at some point, because the artillery units really help. They really help doing something which fleets normally can't do, which is just... See, you can see how good this force field is. Basically locking this unit down, preventing it from doing damage, even though it has a ton of attack and damage. Let's go like this. 4 3s, 4 4s, just pick this up. This can do attack this thing. So like I was saying, the artillery units let you do something which normal fleets don't let you do, which is affect land warfare with naval units. Particularly lets you besiege cities near the sea. It's also like it's cool for us because we don't even have to use ground units then. We can just keep besieging them until all their units in the siege city die without risking much. You know? As long as we gain control of the sea. So that's our big endgame military strategy for turn 100 plus. Is just build out this army and really use our wars, because I don't want to go back and get the other technology. Not like I think wars are inherently better than the other ones, but oh, that did a lot of damage. Wow. Well, at least now we've killed everything else in this fleet. And we can focus down this target, though it might take us several turns to defeat this enemy. Because it does respawn at the end of combat, so yeah. And the sea monster howl is really strong, as you might know. That's why it's nice to have ranged units in your armies. Yeah. We're just gonna move this away. Make sure one of our other Vors can attack. It's probably gonna sink this ship though. Yeah, sorry guys. This thing is hard to take down. We might not be able to. At least during this fight. We'll have to fight the sea monster several times. Again, the reward is not that great, but we're not actually risking that much because our fleets are just really good here. Now those units all regenerated, but they're low on health, so we have a big advantage going into the next round against the sea monster. And I think the next round will have to be in the next episode. So thanks again for joining me for another session of Endless Legend, playing the Morgawr, the naval faction, which is obviously very good at the sea. And in the next round, we'll think about picking up manufacturing units with those incredible upgrades and making some pushes with them, getting some artillery ships, clearing out this area of Green Sea, and putting pressure on Green via the sea and our naval power, all the while building up our dust economy for the inevitable victory. So thanks for joining me, and I hope you had fun and learned something, and if you did, consider subscribing for more episodes.